is playoff time, and this one we're going to a wild card matchup in the B division, and it is a rivalry game. It is Street Force and Tropical Depression. Welcome to the RSHL. Daniel Wilson here. If you remember these two from before, they had some heat together, but we'll see if things will tame down, but I doubt that'll happen because this is now playoffs. They are now fighting for the playoff lives. And we'll get to the breakdown in just a minute, but first, some news out of the C League. Neo Nova has dropped out, which means that the Mighty Viking Devils automatically get the wild card spot and face the Crunch, which that game was just determined. It went into overtime, and with that, the Mighty Viking Devils managed to get an upset win in overtime and will move on to face the Zombie in the final round, and will try to get their first title since summer seasons. But back to this matchup, this is going to be all about discipline. When we showed you these two before, they had lacked a lot of it. We'll see if they can keep themselves calm and stay productive. Let's get to the breakdown. The Tropical Depression player I want to keep an eye on, Emil Hartman. He has been a standout player. So far, tied for second on points on the team, and also second on points on goals. 4 goals, 2 assists. So I would like for him to be the standout player for this game. The strengths, they have good chemistry. These guys know how to work together. But as I said before, they've been getting into a lot of penalty trouble. So keep an eye on that. For the Street Force, the one I want to keep an eye on for this game is going to be Greg Shepard. 8 points, 4 goals, 4 assists. Only 2 minutes in the box, so he's kept himself pretty good on gameplay. The strengths, communication, as I said, they pretty much shout at each other a lot, especially Greg Parlanti, so you may hear him a lot. But again, they have been having some penalty trouble themselves, especially when it comes against the Tropical Depression. So we'll see what happens here. So playoffs begin, and it is the wild card game coming up next.
I'll just stay, I'll play the whole game.
The officials for this game are Palpelka at center and Brian Hooks on the boards. You probably noticed that the Depression have had to hire an emergency goaltender. It is Alex Monteroso. It's one goaltender we haven't seen before here, so we'll see how he turns out. And more importantly, can he help the Depression in such a crucial game? It's going to be Nelson along the boards, looking for an opening, decides to chip up the boards. And now, send it behind the net. Nelson again, looking around. Parlanti in front. Remember the rivalry between these two. And now tries to chip around the boards. Cut off by Parlanti, but it's back to Nelson. Moving in his coin. And it is also going to be Chantel Ayers. Nelson still holding on. Takes a shot. Save! And Swafford makes the cover.
Talk it up, guys. Talk it up.
Big scoreboard, Daniel. Scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
I know. Let me just get to it.
And the Depression just barely win that face-off. And I believe that is Kupalai trying to get something going, but it's chipped out, sent down the floor. The Wiki is going to chase it down into the corner, being chased down by Coin, but it sends it up along the left wing. Over to Elias. Takes a shot. Easy save for Swafford. Hawks tries to center it up. And taken by Slice. Shot! Score! On the top shelf. And Slice gets them on the board first.
No, street force. This is the core of the street force right here. Come on.
And according to this, the stat sheet, this is only Slice's second goal. That is a very unusual stat for Slice to have.
Spread out, spread out.
Along the left wing, shot. Monteroso with a save. And cut off. And here they come again, 3-on-2. As Coyne is trying to join the defensive rush. Drop pass, now sends it over to Elias. And as cut off, Martinez tries to get across, they do, with a little bit of help. To the corner. It's going to be Michael Smith, tries to send it around. Swing it around, here's Coyne at the slot. And Monteroso with a save. Tries to get a shot off the faceoff, but fails at it. And trying to escape off the slot. Cut off by Trip Carter. Martinez. Get it off the end boards. And knocked away by Monteroso. And tries center slot, cut off, and the depression start again. Thanks to off the boards, tries to get around Parlanti, racing it down into the corner. Manages to get there, looks for an option, and decides to chip it back. Shot, and he saw it at the last second and makes the save. And chipped around the boards again. Carter tries to clear, unable. Here's a shot, and I think that may have got the stick in that rebound, and that one just missed. Behind the net, and has to get around official Brian Hooks. Now Wallace trying to move in, and he does clear it out, and will avoid an icing call as DeFrugio gets hammered on the board. Back to Greg Parlanti, manages to get it around the defender, takes a shot, went off a couple bodies, and Monteroso, well, it may have been a quick whistle, but he did have a glove on it.
Chris.
And still a toss-up, and Parlanti with a shot, but it gets blocked by his own teammate, Brian Coyne. Around the boards, Brian Slice. He has the only goal of the game so far. Has to look for a way around Ayers. Now sends it over to Fox. Backhand goes wide. To the corner again. Slice picks up his own shot. Now sends it across over to Fox. Missed the pass. Wallace tries to clear. He does. The Wiki will chase it down into the corner as we are past 9 minutes remaining in the first period. Up the left wing boards. And decides to send back to Fox. And now tries to return pass to Elias, but it gets cut off by Ayers. Battle along the boards. Now sends it up to the street force. First Ryan Coyne. Fox trying to join the rush. Shot. And that one went wide. The shot, I believe, was coming from Wallace. And a shot saved by Monteroso. Another shot went off the side of the net. And will go off the half-end boards. Battle for possession between Coyne, I believe that was Fox. And tries a shot, got blocked. We have a lot of traffic in the slot. That's back over to Ayers at the point. Now sends it across. And now we'll tap it over to the corner. And Nelson gets it, and will try to create a one-on-one with Slice and Ayers. Shot off the post, and they say they score. That was a very close one, but the official says it's in.
Is
that what it was? 3 on the system?
Come on, street force.
So Jason Nelson gets credit, and that will be his 6th of the season. Coyne trying to recover, but it goes back over to Nelson, 2-on-2 the other way. drops it back, attempted that one, and it goes back and chips it in, and we'll see. No, they're not going to change, they're just going to tag up. And long pass up to Coin, almost lost possession, and now decides to chip it into the corner and let them race it down. And who got there first? It looked like it was Michael Smith, and it will be cleared out. And it'll be sent up to Wallace by way of Donald Shaban. Along the right end boards. And tries a shot and a save by Swofford. Close-up shot, and they score again! 3-0!
Sorry, Ryan. I can do something quick.
So the credit for the goal went to Corrigan. Left wing boards. Tries to get around, unable. Good defensive play. Now decides to drop back to the point where it's Parlanti with a shot. Goes wide, rebound, and a save by Montrioso. And that one is blocked. A shot from Martinez into the corner. And we'll just go behind the net. And we'll try to chip around, but cut off. Street Force still have possession. And now gets pinned up on the boards. And good job on that play, as Fox is going to take possession away and send it up the slice, but didn't quite receive the pass nicely. And now Parlanti trying to cut through, drops it off. Now tries to get a return pass, but he's not there. Smith will send it around to intended for slice, but it's cut off by Carter. Shot, it was blocked up high as Parlanti trying to slide across to stop the pass. That's a 2-on-1 the other way. And a good defensive play by Ayers, but it goes back to Slice. Slice goes to the corner, sends it to the slot, went off a stick, goes on the opposite end. Just outside the slot now, shot and a save by Swofford. He's still looking for it, but it's in his pad.
Sorry. Is it 3-0?
Yeah. And still a toss-up of the face-off, and it looks like it's going to be Street Force possession. Up to Martinez, trying to cut through and trying to develop a breakaway shot. Save by Montrioso.
Shot.
Another shot, and that one went off of somebody, but it would have went wide anyway.
Move! Wallace
tries a shot, gets blocked by Nowicki, sends it up to Elias. And tries to send it up to Nelson, but cut off. Martinez with a shot, Montrioso with a save. And up the boards, over to Nelson. Has to get around Ayers. Little poke check, sends it across. Looking for a shot, and it got the blocker. And sitting there in the slot, off the post. Back to Wallace, and checked away by Nelson and LeBlanc. Well, hold on as the team tags up, and they'll just dump it in as they will get a change. Ayers up to Coin, but did not receive the pass. And they will just send it back. Ayers, thinking quickly, sends it over to Shaban. Long shot, and a pad save by Montrioso. Around the boards it goes. And it's going to be up to Elias. And it gets stopped by Coin. Coin with a chance here. Shot. Save. He is down, but he does make the stop. Good job by Alex Montrioso.
How do you spell
Come on, 2.5. Let's get one back, y'all. Put it on that. Put on that, Street Force.
What's his first name? Talent.
And back over. Intended that one for Fox, but it's going to stay with Slice. Intends that pass over to Elias, but picked up by Fox. Look for a way around Shaman, and a save by Swafford, and Parlanti trying to give him a hand and cover that up, as we are now less than 2 minutes left in the first.
Let's get one, guys. Let's go. Come on. Let's get one, guys. Right now.
And we'll toss up, and it's going to be the Street Force with possession. Up along the boards.
What would Rusty do?
Sends it over to Martinez. Backhands it across. Oh, that almost went in. And getting tied up. And it's going to be Michael Smith for the depression. And the depression thought that was offside, but it looks like Parlanti made it. And Coyne trying to keep it in. Good job by Parlanti on the line.
1 minute, Street Force.
Martinez over to Coyne. Shot. Glove. Save by Monteroso.
One more shot.
And we are now at 1 minute remaining in the first.
1 minute, Gray. Come on, Gray. Force. Two great reps.
And the depression win this face-off, trying to clear it up. Shaban cuts him off. And it's going to be Martinez with a shot and a blocker saved by Monteroso. Back to Coyne, outside the slot, score! They will at least cut the lead to 2.
Good job, guys. Let's go. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Let's go. Take some time.
And we may still have time for another play, as there's 10 seconds left. And DeBrugio is going to chip it in, and I think they're just going to kill the clock. No point in trying to waste energy there. So far, Depression getting the goals, but it is still anybody's game. They're up 3-1. Second period just about ready. So far it's been a calm game, but the offensive has been with the Depression. They hold a 2-goal lead, but still plenty of time for the Street Force to catch up. And it'll be won by the Depression. Nelson onto the half-end boards, looking around Ayers. Has to look for an option and decides on a shot, and it goes under the pad of Swafford.
Going in leg. Be for show, Street Force.
And Street Force win this face-off. Fire sends it around the boards, but it's going to be cut off. I believe that is Corrigan. Shot blocked by...
Oh, no.
Oh boy, Swafford thought he had it, but it crossed the goal line, and it's going to count.
You got to reverse that. Reverse that.
Come on, Jeremy, let's go, buddy. Take it off. Take it off, Jeremy. Let's go.
Yeah, that is a mistake no goaltender wants to make. The best he can do is just shake it off and just focus on the next one. And it'll be sent up to Martinez, intended to send it back over. Martinez tries through center, getting pestered, and just almost turned it, well, almost went offside, I should say, but the Street Force will get possession back, at least temporarily. Back hands it, and that one hit the stick of a defenseman, as the Depression will develop a 3-on-2, and this time it is Kyle Fox. Sends it over to Nelson, shot saved by Swafford. Off the draw, and this may develop into a breakaway if he can get past Michael Smith. He can't. And it's going to go around to Greg Shepard. Has two defensemen on him. Has to look for an option. Now to send it over to Ayers. Long shot blocked. Tries to take it away. He does. 2-on-1 for the depression, but they are called offside.
Whistle!
And the Street Force win this one. Ayers manages to hold the line. And we'll send it over. I believe it was intended for Martinez, but DeFrucio is going to send it up to Slice. Good keep by Ayers. Martinez sends it across over to Shepard. Looking for one. Sends it back to Shaven. Hard shot. And Monteroso with the save. And the Street Force still in possession. Looking in front of the net. And Monteroso with a glove save. And off the draw is going to be the depression. Chipped in by Corrigan. Swafford plays it out to Ayers, but she can clear it out. Corrigan trying to move in. And now will be chipped up and retrieved by Michael Smith. And a little back and forth. And decides to go back over to Corrigan, but taken away by Brian Coyne. And Coyne gets it across, but Corrigan again manages to get it back for the depression. And Shepard sends it over to Coyne for the Street Force, holding on the right end boards. Now trying to look for a way around Michael Smith on the defense. And now decides to carry towards the slot. Sends it across over to Shepard, and that shot is blocked by DeFrucio. Brian Coyne will recover the loose ball. Shot saved by Monteroso. And back to the line. Can he make it in time? Yes. And Carter with a shot, and that one goes wide. And now will be taken away by DeFrucio. But Coyne with a shot here, but that's blocked by Michael Smith. LeBlanc sends it over to Tim Corrigan. He'll backhand it out. Ayers tries to keep it, but it's going to go back to Corrigan. And the shot blocked by Carter. Corrigan again. And, well, he was trying to look for a penalty there, but none called. And now a penalty is called. And this is going to go against Corrigan. He didn't like the fact that he didn't get a penalty call there, but instead he gets one. So Tim Corrigan will get 2 minutes for a slash. He was just upset that he did not pick up a penalty call for the depression. And Ayers tries to get it back, but they have to wait to tag up. Fox will send it out. Ayers retrieves. And it will carry slowly. And that will be knocked back. And now here they come short-handed. Shot went wide. And Shaven tries to clear it out. Recovered by Fox. Blocked by Ayers. And they have to get back on the attack. And trying to develop a chance here. And Shepard trying to get something going, but it's going to be sent back to Shaven. As there's now close to 1:15 remaining on the power play. And a bad pass. And Nelson clears it out. As the Street Force will tag up again. Ayers drops it back. And I believe that is Wallace. Now back over to Shaven. Trying to look for a way around Slice. and trying perhaps to pick up another penalty, but they do not. Well, there is a penalty coming up. Brian Hooks makes the call, and it's going to be, I believe, a tripping call against the Depression.
Let's go.
We're going to 5-on-3. It didn't look like for a moment that they're going to get it, but Brian Hooks makes the call, and it's going to be a trip. So Brian Slice will get the gate, and a quick shot by Parlanti goes wide, as he'll get 5-on-3 for 45 seconds. Shot, score! Parlanti makes this a 2-goal game once again. And the good news for them is that they still have a power play. And according to the stat sheet, that's his very first goal. As he'll try to clear it up to Coyne, but instead it'll be sent back out. Swafford drops it off for Parlanti. It just got the Street Force back to a 2-goal game. Shepard holding on, knocked away. And the Depression trying to make a move around. LeBlanc trying to move, but it's going to go back over to Shepard. Went off the foot of Corrigan as it'll go into the corner. Nowicki tries to clear it out and sent back by Parlanti. And he retreats again. Shaban. They will send it back over to Shepard. Going in, try to look for a tip perhaps, but it will go behind the net. And Shepard tries to clear back over the Coyne if he can get there quickly. He does get there. Shaban with possession now sends it back over to Parlanti with 33 seconds remaining on the other power play. And now it'll be sent around the boards by Parlanti. And Coyne centers it up. Oh, he couldn't receive the pass. And now here is Parlanti sending it over back over to Shaban. Tries to make a move as Corrigan is flying across. And now went off the stick of Shepard, but 10 seconds left on the power play. And the slot shot, oh, great save by Monteroso, and he'll cover it up. Now Slice has to stay in the box until the next drop, but that was a great power play opportunity.
I didn't see Kyle.
As we are now at 5 minutes remaining, and Slice is out of the box. A good opportunity, but they do get one. And back over to Fox as a 3-on-2 develops. Joining in is Brian Slice. Looks for a way around. Oh, he had an open man, but couldn't complete the one-timer. And sends it over to Michael Smith as Martinez moves in. Fox has Ayers looming over, missed the pass, and Wallace is going to send it across, and a race between Martinez and Smith. Martinez will get there first, and now send it around the boards behind the net over to Wallace. Back in the corner. It's Smith and Wallace again. Battle for possession. Wallace wins it. He'll carry, trying to go behind the net, gets tied up, and now a wrap around. And another shot and a save by Monteroso. The Street Force is doing everything right. And now let's see if they can finish it. And now a race for possession. Good play by Parlanti to send it around the boards. And now a little tie up by Carter as he'll take it behind the net. Tries to center it up. It went off the back of the net. And back over to Ayers at the point. Half end boards. Tries a weak shot. It'll go behind the net over to Wallace. Tries to wrap around. And it is still behind the net. Looking for another attempt. If he can look for an option. Now decides to send it over to Shepard. And lost control, but Parlanti recovers as he splits the D. Shot saved by Monteroso. Rebound. Oh, I thought that was in. Is it still loose in the slot? Oh, I thought for sure that was in. As the Depression are still struggling to get out of their own zone. As he'll try to send it across over to Carter, and Smith trying to look for a way around, now decides to send it across. And the Depression finally get possession, they can clear it. Oh, he still can't. And DeFruscio makes another attempt, and the Depression finally get out of their own zone. And taken away by Shaben. They're doing everything right, and now they got to finish it.
I can't go.
Here's Shaben.
Where are you?
Send it across the coin as they'll make a change on the fly. Back over to Martinez in the left-hand corner. Now shot stuck behind the net. And now tries to send it up to coin. Shot and a blocker save by Monterosso. And now chips it around. Elias tied up with Ayers. And now we'll send it over to Nilsson as to challenge Shaven. Went off his foot as they have to tag up. They do, but can they now get across? And a penalty coming up against Jason Nelson. And this is going to be for interference.
Somebody for me. All right. I got it. We got a minute 30. All right. Hey, we're on a power play. Call timeout? Power play. Good shot. Why did you go?
Well, the Street Force so far 1 for 2. We'll see if they can get a second goal out of this, and this will be much help to them if they can get it. And went off the safety netting, tries to center it up. Coin trying to chip across, knocked away by Monterosso. Martinez with Coin, and trying to get away from Nowicki, sends it into the corner. Or is Greg Wallace.
Point!
And now sends it across over to Ayers at the point. Looking for one, holding up. Now a shot saved by Monterosso as a cover up.
Set it up, Greg.
And the Depression's still not happy about the penalty call.
One more shot. Going net. 56.
As we are now less than a minute left in the period, a minute 15 remaining on the power play. And attempted clear failed. It will be sent around to Wallace. And trying to avoid being tied up. And now sends it over to Martinez.
Settle, come across.
Now back over to Ayers. Back over to Shaven. And goes forward up to Martinez, getting tied up. And now back to the line. Shaven with a long shot, and it's blocked by Nowicki.
Settle!
And Ayers decides to enter the slot to Coin. If he gets score! A 1-goal game. The Street Force still have life.
Chantel, way to keep that in. Good job, Chantel! Keep that stay.
And I don't think we're going to have enough time for another face-off, but at least the Street Force have made this a 1-goal game. So great work on the power play. They're now 2 for 3, and it is now 4 to 3. Third period set, and this is far from over. The main adjustment that the Depression got to make, they got to stay out of the box. The Street Force now 2 for 3 on the power play.
We're flying out there, we're good.
And Street Force win possession and try to clear it up, but they have to hold on as Fox was still offside, and now back and forth for possession. Is Trip Carter trying to clear it up, and they do manage to get across, but it's sent back over to Ayers. Now over to Shaben, as he had Slice moving in, but makes the move around. And now sent across to Martinez, and they finally get into the attacking zone. He is about to get double teamed, and Fox will take it behind his net. And we'll start again for the Depression. And Carter tried to keep it in, but missed on it. Now Ayers trying to hold on until everybody tags up, and now sends it to Carter.
Go
And it'll be chipped into the zone, and it's going to be left for DePrugio. Will take it in his own corner. And now it's to be sent up to Fox as he chips around Shaven. A 2-on-1 developing for the depression. Send it across, can't complete the one-timer. And now it's going to be sent back over to Slice, and now they'll send it forward. Tries to center it up and went off of Ayers. Looking for an option behind the net. The outside sends it around the corner. Here's a shot, and that got blocked by Carter. And Slice taking a bump from Carter. Now back to DePrugio, and intended that one, I believe it was for Fox, but it will go to Brian Slice instead. And now it'll be sent back over to Smith, and just about got knocked out of the way by Martinez. Here's a shot, and it's blocked. And what happened there? Something happened away from the play involving Chantel Ayers. I don't know what happened there, but apparently it was innocent. And it'll be Martinez over to Shepard. Shot saved by Monteroso. And moving in, Parlanti trying to keep the play alive as Martinez trying to keep the attacking zone alive, but it'll be sent back. And what is going on? The Street Force hardly moving in. And now some physical activity in the corner as Swofford had to make a save there. It'll be chipped into the attacking zone. It'll be Martinez. Looking for an option. Centers one up in the air, and Monteroso will cover it up. Off the draw, Depression win this face-off, and knocked down by Parlanti, but they keep possession 2-on-1. Jason Nelson sends it into the slot to Corrigan. Shot, score! 5-3 Depression.
Come on, Street Force.
So that would be his second of the game as Street Force win the face-off, but chipped out of play by Ayers into her own bench. And I believe it's going to stay maybe inside the circle. No, they're going to go between the dots. And Martinez being joined by Wallace as they keep it onside. 3-on-2, trying to chip it in. Wallace looking for an option. And it's in the slot, still loose though. And the Depression try to clear. Is it in? And they say it's still in. That was mighty close, but it seems that Ayers kept it alive. Here's Parlanti. Shot, and he's lost sight of it, but he covers it up.
Play low.
Back, play center.
Bullshit, dude. You never have fucking control of the ground.
And it's going to be Parlanti, but that shot goes wide as the stick gets tied up, and a penalty is going to be called. And I believe it's going to go against the Depression. And it's going to be, oh, it's a high stick call. So that would mean that, so it's against the Street Force. Well. Well, I thought it was going to go the other way because it looked like his stick was held, but instead it's the Depression that goes on the power play.
I don't touch my stick like that. I don't do that. 33. Fuck. TV, listen over there. That shit. God. That's bullshit.
And Depression win this face off. And chasing it down. It's going to be sent around. But Shaban cuts it off.
Go,
penalty killers trying to do their job. But the good news is they went across the line, so they will hold on. But the question is, should they go on the attack?
Yes.
And it's going to be chipped all the way down. And DeFrugio. Send it on the right hand boards. And it's going to be 3-on-2. And shot goes high. And another attempt saved by Swafford. And clear attempt by Shaban. Tied up. Elias. The shot goes wide. And Brian Slice. Back to Michael Smith. And a return pass to Slice. And we'll carry it. And now decides to sends it back over to the boards. And now a shot. And a save by Swafford. Unbelievable. 40 seconds remaining on the penalty. 7:45 remaining in regulation as that is cleared out.
Make him work.
LeBlanc is going to go into the corner, being chased down by Shepard.
Hey boy, Greg.
LeBlanc tries to clear it up to DeFrugio, and a shot attempt goes wide. And someone got hit in the face there. And I'm trying to see who it is. I think it's DeFrugio.
Get out, move out, no ball, go.
And play is still going, and DeFrugio heads over to the bench. I don't know if he took something higher or what. We're gonna look at the replay, but in the meantime, Wallace is out of the box. And Coyne, the shot just wide. Backhand, and it'll be sent around. And who's gonna pick it up? And trying to poke it up. And Ayers receives it for the Street Force, and over to Ryan Coyne, dekes around, tries to do another deke, unable. Now Corrigan tries to get it up, and it'll be over to Ayers via Donald Shaban. And they will just clear down the floor. Nowicki will head into the corner as Wallace looms over. Now Slice carrying. Takes a shot off the crossbar. And it'll be cleared out. Bill Nowicki will send it back in as both teams will make a change. And Chantel Ayers in her own corner. With Nelson looming over now, sends it over to Martinez as he took a bump and a penalty against the Depression, I believe, is coming up, and I believe it's going to go against Kyle Fox. Or no, it's an offside. I'm sorry. It looked like he had taken a penalty, but instead it's an offside.
Get there!
And it's going to be chipped over to Wallace.
Come on, it's the playoffs!
And Depression, it's going to be sent back. Depression have control. And across it. Trying to wait for everybody to get in, and we'll just chip it in, and it's going to be Chantel Ayers. And looks for a way around Nelson, went off the inside of his knee. Back and forth shot, and it went wide.
Come on, Street Force.
And Shepard gets a stick lifted and a race to the end boards, but it's going to be won by Bill Nowicki. And we'll chip it up. Shaban keeps it in. Back and forth. Shaban working hard to keep it alive. He does. Martinez sends it over to Shepard. Goes for a shot and may have hit a stick on the way as it's sent back over to Nelson. 2-on-2 the other way.
Go, get back!
Sends it across. Shaban knocks it away as they'll try to tag up, but kept alive. And they'll go into the corner where it's Jason Nelson once again. And back over to LeBlanc. And, whoa, that would have been a quality chance. Oh, and that left an open chance there. And it's going to be LeBlanc with a goal.
Way to hold that in, Chris.
And a timeout is being called, I believe, by the Street Force. So the Street Force ended up getting a penalty, which luckily didn't translate to anything. The tropical depression was in the box quite a bit early in the game, but it seems that they have resolved that problem. And like I said, I thought they had picked up one, but instead it's an offside call. Can't really tell the difference without the orange bands on the officials. And so with 4:23 remaining, it is still possible to get back in this game. The Street Force are going to have to work extra hard. We'll keep an eye on Swafford and see when they're going to pull him.
You're moving somewhere every second. Don't stand around.
I did too. I swear.
And, well, I know that went off the stick of LeBlanc, but whoa, that nearly got my head, but it's going to be out of play, and it'll stay inside Street Force territory. Now, they do have some time before the stop clock initiates. So we're down to 4 minutes in regulation as they'll go between the dots, trying to get a tie-up going, and the Street Force win possession as Coyne tried to glove it down, but sent back in by DeFruscio, and Shaven is going to chase it down. 3:45 remaining. And chipped over, intended for Martinez. No icing on this play. Martinez wins the race. And they'll tie up for possession. And it's going to be a trip corner with a shot and a pad save by Monterosso. Back over to Shaven and returning it to Coyne. He'll try to take it to the slot and got his stick knocked out. And that is going to give possession to the Depression. And a shot by Carter. It's still loose in there as they'll try to clear it out. Still not able to clear, and it's going to be Perlanti getting tied up by Slice, but barreling his way through, and a shot saved by Monterosso. Carter sends it back in, behind the net. DeFruscio sends it around over to LeBlanc. Moving in is Trick Carter, and looking for an option, and instead gives it away to LeBlanc. And it'll hit the ceiling, and the clock will stop at 2:42. And so an empty net for the Street Force. They have now pulled Swafford 6-on-5. As it'll be Coyne with a shot. And I'm not sure if that got Monterosso, but it'll go into the corner and a whistle. I'm not sure what this whistle's for.
4 or more. 4 or more. It's always been that way. We just didn't know.
So there was a whistle, and the only thing I can assume is a... Oh, they're calling a penalty?
If they called one more, if they saw one more, it would just be...
So, so they're calling a penalty against the Street Force, but who's going to the box?
Pavel, what's going on? Is that a penalty?
So I'm not sure what's going on here. Hooks is indicating a penalty, but I'm not sure why.
Is there a penalty or what?
Someone's got to serve it. No, Christian, no.
They're saying that Martinez committed the penalty, but I'm not sure why.
I don't know. Trying to figure that out.
So Martinez is sent to the box for the Street Force, and I don't know why. We'll have to look at the video and see what happened. In the meantime, the Street Force are going to have to play a man down. And Parlanti is moving across. We'll keep an eye on Swafford. There he goes. It'll go back to 5-on-5 minus the goaltender. And it'll be cleared out. Good keep by Shaban. Coin. And it'll be cleared down the floor. Just missed it wide.
Now look.
Now, because it is a power play, the clock will continue to run in. Another chance, but intercepted by Shaban. On the left-hand boards, Shepard getting tied up. And Corrigan clears it out. Back over to Shaban. A long shot. It'll go wide into the end boards. And attempting to clear, it'll go to Fox. And back again with an empty net. And it's only Shaban there. And good job by Shaban to keep it from being an empty net. And Corrigan trying to draw a penalty, but Hooks didn't buy it. And it'll be clear back down the floor again. And it'll be Shaban again. As we approach a minute remaining. Back over to Parlanti, off the boards, and into the end boards. They'll be sent around over to Nelson. They still have an empty net with 20 seconds remaining, and now it's going to be Fox, only him, and missed it wide. 15 seconds remaining on the power play, 45 seconds remaining on the regulation time. Here's a shot. Stick save by Poncheroso. Clock.
Hold on 1 second, Brian.
Hold up, Christian, since when you go to hockey with one stick?
The one fucking day I do it.
So they're gonna add a few more seconds to the clock. I'll get him. And off it goes.
Gotta move, you gotta hustle!
We going?
Just run it, just run it.
Come on, Greg!
And Nelson with an empty net, and he scores. And now the clock will continue to run, and that will pretty much seal it for the depression. And that empty netter would be Nelson's third. And this would mean that the depression would have faced the #1 seed Lock Monsters, who are currently undefeated. And they're not even going to bother doing another face-off, and that will do it. The Street Force eliminated. And this Tropical Depression moving on to face the Lock Monsters in the next round. I give a lot of credit to Alex Monteroso, filling in as an emergency goaltender and manages to pull through for them. We'll be back with a wrap-up. Well, the Street Force worked very hard. They did a lot of things right. They kept their cool. They had done everything they could. Unfortunately, they were just up against a very good goaltender. Tropical Depression, the same thing they've done very well. As I had said earlier, they had pretty much some very good shooters on the team, but they do have to improve on their penalty minutes if they want to stand a chance against the Lock Monsters in the next round. So with that, we will continue on with the playoffs next week, as we will get some more playoffs done, and we'll even have an A division started in the playoffs, and very soon we'll have the Carolina Cup hoisted. From XL Sports World, I'm Daniel Wilson. We'll see you next time around.
The RSHL is supported by AllBlackHockeySticks.com, the stick of choice for many players of the RSHL. is a very light and durable stick for only $89. Allblackhockeysticks.com.